Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44, coming at you with another video. All right, so I've been doing some thinking. I've been doing some real thinking. I changed my mind about the Suns. The Wizards situation, they did great. Got that contract off the books, fantastic. I said the Suns get an F for this trade. I wasn't thinking clearly. That was wrong. I'm going to tell you why. Because they made Bradley Beal's value, whatever it may be, manifest from less than what it is that they gave up, and that's not a bad thing at all. Here's why. Chris Paul's contract's not desirable. As we said, all those other things about what they gave up was minimal. We all know that. Second round picks, we don't know exactly what they are, but the point is none of them are first round picks. They're second round picks and swaps. So that says to me that I still need to know what those are, how much that is worth. But even so, the fact that they did not have to throw in a first-round pick to get Bradley Beal says that they are doing all right there in regards to making Bradley Beal's value manifest out of nothing. Meaning, when they bring him in, if they try to retrade him and he agrees, or try to retrade anything else that they have on their roster, they still have Bradley Beal in place or whatever his value would be. So if I'm trading KD, that's something I don't want to do necessarily. But the value of Bradley Beal is here. So if I do that, it's, you know what I mean, I get back whatever I got, and I still have Bradley Beal. We playing with a good team. So it's like, this is how you assess what the Phoenix Suns actually have. They really did good as far as being able to give out something they didn't care about and get back something that could, in theory, make them a richer franchise overall, so long as they get rid of it. It's almost like someone gives you a painting that's worth $2 million. Well, you got $2 million, so long as you're willing to sell the painting. Now, maybe you don't want to sell the painting, maybe you do, maybe, whatever, but the point is that's what's going to be required. And that's kind of what Bradley Beal is. Now, if it decreases in value, that's your problem. If it increases in value, that's great for you. But the point is, you brought back that painting, and now you have it. And you gave up something that wasn't $2 million. You spent like $500,000 for it. You see what I'm saying? Now, the key to all of this is understanding that Bradley Beal's contract had a no-trade clause on it, which is something that, if I'm trading for KD and I already got Devin Booker, I'm looking for certain things that I can assure myself that will give me more value. Finding a guy on a no-trade clause who's going to demand his way here for half the price is definitely one of those things that make me say, okay, I can get away with it if I can get that done. You hear what I'm going with that? That's something they probably already had in place. And now we're finding out the Suns CEO is the son, of Beal's agent. That's his son. They hired him last year. So all of this is just it's going to come together to make it look like all of this was more or less tampering. Yeah, that's the word. Tampering is what this is looking like right now. It's looking like some big time conspiracy to put this Suns team together so they could hedge their bets against this collective bargaining agreement that has it so that having a 3-man team, superstar team, is a poison pill. They like, this is how we do it. This is how you do it. You got to find somebody like Bradley Beal. Hey, Bradley Beal, force your way here. Okay, boom. Now I got to give up what? Chris Paul? Great. Who else? Landry Shamet? Perfect. And you'll be fine. And that type of thing is what this is starting to shape up to look like. It's looking that way. Everybody who's paying attention to it is like, why did they have only so little to give up? And the answer is because Bradley Beal could force his way there by way of his no-trade clause. And then again, you loop around and say, yeah, that's exactly what the hell just happened. That's how they did it. It's like, oh man, that was pretty smart. You guys did a good job there, but the problem is you didn't cover your tracks. Why the hell do you hire the son, man? It's like that's too much. That's too much. You don't do that. But nevertheless, that's what they did, and now it's gonna show, man. And like I said in the last video, Suns fans need to run this new owner out of town. This dude is doing too much, man. And these agent games, this is why your NBA teams don't necessarily reflect what it is that you think you're going to see. because you got a lot of stuff like this affecting who's on the floor, and thus the team don't look no good. Small ball, it's this crap. This agent games. This is what we've been talking about all season long on my channel. Agent games. Minutes mentality. Put him on the floor because we paid him this much, we got to justify it. That has nothing to do with matchups. You're going to get beaten. And that's what you often see, stuff like that. Lakers spend half the season doing agent games and stuff like that with minutes mentality, small ball nonsense. I'm telling you, they hired Frank Vogel. That is exactly what they're going to do with Phoenix. They're going to play small ball, and you guys better be ready for it. Ayton, I'm pretty sure they're going to trade him. I'm pretty certain. I don't think they keep him. Maybe they do. Maybe that's the vision, is to have Ayton there and they just go for a 4-star lineup and hopefully he develops into a star himself. But if I'm them, honestly, I already have a plan to move him somewhere and get a bunch of stuff for him that more so complements what it is they're trying to put together. They need a bench and they know it. And if they disintegrate him into 4 players, they'll look a lot better, which should be something that they should be willing to do. And if they do that, maybe they get lucky and move a couple more of those guys on the back of the bench who might have a little bit of value, upgrade somehow, maybe get another couple things. They might be able to resemble a team that looks better than what it is we're looking at right now. But they're going to have to tweak it in this offseason. They can't assume that what they have right there is enough. It's not. It's definitely not. So that's what I got to say, man. I take back what I said about them getting the F. I just think they're now under the crosshairs of the NBA. They're going to have to justify all of this stuff that looks so very obvious. And I don't know. If it turns out to be what I think it's going to be, it could be an investigation very soon. You know what I mean? It's just some things are not hidden as well as others, man. That's what, at the end of the day, some things aren't hidden as well as others. It didn't take an hour for people to realize, yo, that is the agent's son. And then from there, it's just going to be about, okay, is this nepotism? What are we talking about? And that whole collective bargaining agreement situation, they just implemented it. I know it has some proponents. People do not like it. Some opponents as well. I just wonder what is really going on there, man. I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the NBA, as we all have, over the last season and a half, that's made you look at the NBA a little strange, and I've pointed them all out over the years. And it just, to me, this just looks like yet another one. The Phoenix Suns are yet involved in another scandal. Maybe it doesn't turn out that way. Maybe no one says anything. Maybe I'm just jumping ahead of this and people just pretend that they don't see this. But, I mean, Bradley Beal forcing his way to Phoenix over Miami when we all know Miami's the better fit, it just looks kind of funny to me at that point. It's like, are you sure, dude? Really? Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good night. I know I am. This has been a fun day for the NBA, that's for sure. And we'll keep our eyes open for what happens next. My name is BDL44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.